Hey everyone, welcome back to BDG Reviews. It's night 24 of the 31 Days of Horror. What I'm reviewing for you tonight is a movie from, I think it was either 2022 or 2023 called Malum. This is on streaming platforms, so you can find it. The basic plot of this movie is you got this girl, she's a new cop, and she's going to this old precinct that's closing down, and it's the last night that it's gonna be in existence, sort of thing. And she's the only one there. If that synopsis sounds kind of familiar to you, then you've probably seen the movie Last Shift. What's interesting is Malum is a remake of Last Shift from the same director who made the first movie. You know, um, it's a bit of I don't know all the details of it, but essentially, you know, I guess he didn't feel he'd got his whole vision out when he did Last Shift, or it just the option came up to make a movie with more money and he just wanted to go back to that story. I don't know all the details of it, but it's a little weird because I think you can count on maybe one hand the amount of times you have directors remaking their own movie. And I mean, usually when you do, it's like going from like a foreign country to like the U.S. for example, like Takashi Shimizu did Ju-on, he did The Grudge. Um, I think there was a guy he did The Elevator or something like that. It was like a thing from Holland or Sweden or something like that. Um, so it's not very common, and it's especially not very common when you get one that remakes a movie in the same language and, pretty much the exact same story. I mean, is there more to the story? Is it more fleshed out? Yes. Um, is that a good thing? I don't know. Uh, yeah. I don't know if it is or not. Let's just say it this way. I love this movie. I'm glad Malum exists. But if you gave me the choice, you can watch one or the other, I'm probably going to pick Last Shift. I just like it a bit better. That's just me. Um, Malum goes more into like the backstory, of like this cult and everything, and there's this. It goes more in depth with like why the stuff is happening, and as a result, it kind of loses some of what makes it scary. What kind of worked with Last Shift was the fact that this girl was there, this stuff was happening, and there was no real explanation as to why it was happening. It just kind of was, and that was kind of cool. This goes more into it, there's like a whole connection to her, and like her father was a cop, and he like arrested this cult, and then he kind of went crazy and like shot some people and blew his head off. Um, it's all, like I said, it's all fleshed out more, and the effects. I just gotta say, the effects in Malum are they're really good. I'm really pleased with what I saw. They actually have some decent creature effects in it. When like they have this demon looking thing at one point, and it's pretty good effects. I got to admit, nice levels of gore, real nice levels of gore. I mean, and it comes out of nowhere. Like I'll give you this one scene. It's like literally like in the first 10 minutes, so it's not really a spoiler. Um, when this cop, her father ends up like shooting all these people. It's like there are these people on the gun range, and they're just like they're having this talk, and the next thing you know, this girl's head just explodes, and he's gone in with a shotgun and just. And it's brutal, it's nasty, and it works. It really works. Um, Overall, let me put it this way: am I pissed that this guy remade his own movie and did it like this. No. It's like another side of the same coin sort of thing. But at the same time, the thought process does kind of go, what could he have done if he'd done something else? You know, could he have made something else, or was this just something he needed to do and get this out of the way? You know, I don't know, but I'll have to do a dual rating for this. You know, Last Shift, 9 out of 10, great flick. Malum, 8.5 out of 10, great flick, but I don't want to say it's pointless, but it's like it's the same story again. It's like how they remade Cabin Fever, and it was like a shot-for-shot remake sort of thing. It was like, well, what's the point? At least with Malum, they try to do something different. They add stuff to it, and I really appreciate that. All in all, though, good flick. I definitely recommend it. I don't know if it's getting a physical release. I hope it is, because I will buy the Blu-ray and have a nice double feature with Last Shift. But yeah, that's it for me. See you tomorrow.